Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called Birds Like Us. This one's provided to me for review by Lionsgate. If you get a chance to check this one out, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I will include more information for the links to purchase one down in the description. So this is an animated movie about a bunch of birds who are all kind of living in this one tree, and they have no knowledge of the outside world. Now, I was confused if this is a kid's movie. It is rated PG, but it starts out extremely dark, and I got to thinking about it a little bit, and you know, there's some kids' movies that have really dark aspects or, dark characters or just kind of darkness in them. But this one, it gets super dark, mainly just at the beginning. But still, I was like, I think this is too dark for children. So basically, there are these birds that are in charge. And they're all different kinds of birds that live in this tree. And the birds that are in charge the other birds eggs in exchange for fruit. So all the birds have to give them their eggs, which if you're not familiar, eggs become baby birds. So they basically have to give their unborn babies to these other birds so those birds can eat them. And then when they give them enough eggs, they release fruit to them to eat. So they have to give up their children to eat fruit. It's so dark. It's so dark. So there's this one bird, and she only lays one egg a year, and she's still supposed to give him her egg. I think every fourth egg or something she gets to keep. I didn't really get that part. But she says, no, I want to keep my egg. I mean, that's not that ridiculous of a thing, And, so they really want her egg. I don't know if it tastes different. I don't know what the deal is, but she ends up kind of escaping, or her and an owl, and I don't know what kind of bird this was supposed to be, and the king bird or whatever. They all kind of somehow get out of the tree, and they end up like kind of far away, and they meet a bat. He said his name was Bat. Kind of looked like a bat. I don't know if he had this big white thing. I don't know if that was supposed to be a beard. I was confused on what that was. And basically they go on this really crazy adventure and end up in all these really crazy places, and eventually try to make their way back to the tree. And they find out there's a lot of world outside their tree, and they kind of want to bring back to the birds their experiences. Now, the art style on this, I wasn't a huge fan of. It looked very dated. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely looked dated. The animation also looked dated. It wasn't terribly animated. I mean, it was enjoyable enough. There were some parts that looked a little kind of stuttery or whatever, but overall the animation was all right. I just didn't really dig the art style of this. To me, like I said, the story is pretty dark. Once they get past that, it's not as dark, but I still found it confusing. Like, I didn't understand what they were going for in a lot of the scenes, and some of the characters, I had a really hard time understanding what they were saying. And it's just weird. And like, why can't the owl talk? And there's just all these things in there that I just didn't understand. There didn't really seem to be much of an explanation for. So in the end, is this a kid's movie? I don't feel like kids are going to really understand what's going on. Maybe they'll like the colors or whatever. I don't know. It's just it's a very odd movie, a little hard to follow, because it seems like it's just hard to understand what's going on in a lot of the scenes. And so they just kind of, and I feel like they just kind of either edited stuff out, or they just kind of throw you into these parts without really explaining what's happening. I don't know. I found it a little confusing. Overall, the story's all right. Obviously, a parent wants to keep their child and not have to give them up. So the story in that way was all right. I think I'll give this one a 2.5 out of 5. I just found this movie to be okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of right there in the middle. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribed for more videos, check the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.